If you haven't been following the situation in South Sudan lately, I'll mention that after gaining independence from Sudan in 2011, South Sudan has erupted into a civil war in December of 2013. This really ramped up, and it set up a cycle of retaliatory killings, which have split the incredibly poor, landlocked country along ethnic lines. And now a UN rights office says that South Sudan is experiencing one of the most horrendous human rights situations in the world. And according to this new UN report, South Sudan allows fighters to rape women as payment. A quote from the report: the assessment team received information that the armed militias who carry out attacks together with the South Sudanese army commit violations under an agreement of do what you can and take what you can. Most of the youth, therefore, also raided cattle, stole personal property, raped and abducted women and girls as a form of payment. And in the report, the UN Human Rights Office just painted what is a horrible picture of civilians supporting the opposition, including children being burned alive, being suffocated in shipping containers, those who support the opposition, hangings in trees, dismemberings. I mean, just horrible, horrible stuff here. And UN Human Rights Chief Zaid Ra'ad Al Hussein said that the brutal rapes have been used since systematically as an instrument of terror and weapon of war. And if as horrible as this sounds, ancient wars were often fought in this way, Lewis, right? The ground soldiers were paid by committing what we call war crimes today. And in a similar way to we feel ISIS is living in the past in many ways. This is quite precisely the way it used to be to fight these wars, and it is just absolutely sickening.
Yeah. Well, a long time ago, the idea was do everything you can to strike as much fear into the hearts of your enemies as possible.
Yeah. And this strikes fear in for generations, right? The systematic rape of people.
Yeah. So it is a very, very ancient strategy, no doubt about that.
But employed recently, right? I mean, we've talked about the systematic rape in so many of these conflicts. Look at the actions of the Pakistani army in the Bangladesh Liberation War in the 1970s. And from the point of view of analyzing humanity, it's incredible how a country is able to organize itself and become a sovereign entity so quickly, right? South Sudan separating from Sudan, becoming its own country, and then so quickly descend into total barbarism, right? I mean, it all happens very, very quickly.
Yeah, well, not that Sudan is the pillar of
progress,
progress or stability.
Yeah,
but yeah, it does seem to happen very quickly, oftentimes.